Hey everybody, Bruce Michael here, Key Level Trader. Early on Friday morning, quarter to 10, watching potash here. Just let me zoom in a little bit on this. I have an order to go long at 44.18, which is a break above my second key level here. You can see we gapped up, nice volume, over 800,000 shares, and so far the stock is pretty strong. Market itself is at the low of the day. As you can see, potash is at the high of the day. We are now in at 44.18, and I'm going to go in and put a stop at 44.08 on this, which is roughly 1/4%. I've really reduced that risk profile that I was using early on. Sell those 1,200 shares at 44.08, and I don't know why this is up. I don't know the news or anything. Looking at the daily, these highs have been broken here, these rally attempts, which were above, they came up against the 5-day moving average and then were rejected there. So now we've gapped above that now, and the next stop, if there's going to be any kind of resistance on the way up, would be up here at 45. So it's roughly $1 away. So I figured that's enough room to let it run there and see what happens when it gets there. So right now we're in basically even. Got a 44.08 stop, roughly 10 cents, about 120 risk with commissions, maybe 130, 135. So as this trade progresses, I will be back. Okay, real quick, we're up enough that I can go in here and take my risk away. I'm going to go to 44. Well, what are we at? 44.40. Let's go to 44.20. I'll let it run from there. No risk trade. High of the day. SSO is with just in a whisker of the low of the day. Real quick, let me just show you that. SSO gapped up, tried to move up, and is now trading at the low of the day. Pot continues to trade right near the high of the day. Okay, pot trying to pull back now. This may be a little early yet to say, but this may be a video showing how they don't all work. But we'll see. I'm going to keep this this video active, and we'll see how pot makes out here. Incidentally, it is right. I don't usually use these, but sometimes they do have an interference. They have an interference capability, and that is the floor trader pivots. And right now, pot is, I'm going to pull this chart in here. These are the floor trader pivots. S1, S2, S3 on the downside. I don't know if you can see the white line, but that's the basic pivot point. R1, R2, and you can see we're right at R3 here. R3 value is 44.39. So that may be why we have a little hiccup right here. Real quick update, guys. You can see market is really pulling back hard now. Hoping that it finds support here, close this gap up a little bit, and hopefully it'll find support and start to move higher. If it does, pot will go with it, but still dangerously close to being stopped out here and having this become a scratch trade, only 10 cents away here. I'll keep you posted. Okay, quick update. We have survived the pullback here so far, at least anyway, and pot is now back to the highs of the day. And in addition to that, I also picked up Mosaic here, currently up just a bit, about $200. Picked that up at 56.86, and that is now trading right at the high of the day as well. And both obviously, well, maybe not obvious to everybody, but both of those companies are in the fertilization industry, so they're both in the same basic industries. That's the point. Okay, so it's still early. Pot up 275, Mosaic up 168. Potash still has the same stop, which is a break even. I have a 56.70 stop in on this one. which is 16 cents times 900. That's probably a little wide. I'm gonna fix that up right now. Let's go to $100 risk here, 56.75, and I will keep you up to date. Also wanted to point out that the market did stabilize there. It doesn't mean that it's done going down for the day, but at least temporarily it's stayed right where this high was yesterday, came down, found support there, and is trying to move higher. We'll see what happens. Okay, as you can see, Mosaic that is coming back on me. So I'm going to go to a break-even position here. I have potash up fairly well, almost near the high of the day. I'll go to that in a second. I'm not going to let this come in and roll. Let me get this pre-market out of here. Not to say that it's going to come down and get me, but you never know. It could. It'd be weird though if it did, with potash still trading up near the high. But I don't know, we'll see. Okay guys, quick update. We're with Mosaic here at the high of the day. Market continues to try and sell off, although it just did recently bounce back off its low again. I moved a stop up here to lock in at least $350, which is 57.25. I think that's the low here roughly. Yeah, pretty much close to that low. This candle is only 4 minutes old, but off this high here it did come down, and I'm going to use that as my stop should this thing reverse, because the market is not really cooperating. I'll just give you a real quick look at that. Again, gapped up, came down, tried to rally, small little weak attempt, and then sold off hard again, but is trying to bounce off that sell-off. If that continues, that would bode well for these two trades that I have going. Potash currently up 800. I'm going to get back there in 1 second. Let's go there now, since we got the Mosaic stop in place. Also trading near the high of the day here. I'm going to go back to the other. I have locked in here. A little jumpy here because I got two stocks going at the same time. I got 400 locked in on this one. Quickly, I want to move over here and I want to go back to this. These lows here, this gap that from here down, is these folks got trapped after that gap. So these lows here, 44.78, the close is around 45. That potentially can act as resistance as those people try to get even. So when I get to 45, which I'm getting pretty close to here, I'm going to go put a limit order in to sell this at 45. And I got 1200 there, sell 1200, limit 45. Oh, why am I rejected? I don't have the other order canceled yet. Okay, sell 1200, limit 45. Okay, Mosaic up 576, potash up 790 at this moment, and as we approach that 45, or we approach a stop out, I'll be back with updates. Just picked up, I didn't realize I didn't cover this. These lows here are definitely a problem for Mosaic. 54, where am I here? Low 57.48, and you'll notice that that is, well, a little bit. We got a little higher than that. But the point is that again, this big sell-off here trapped all these people in here. Well, not everybody obviously, but a bunch of them. And those folks are gonna, they've been living through this misery of being down. It's not that it was a huge amount, but they've still been down, and they want to, in many cases, try and get out even, which is why you get some resistance at these previous lows before the breakdown occurs. So we're going to watch that. I still got that 57.25 stop in, which is roughly this low of this present 10-minute candle, which is now 8 minutes old. So we could potentially be stopped out of here soon. Okay, we're just about, and we lost that, so we're out of Mosaic, unfortunately. That's a shame. Alright, so let's go back to potash here and see what's going on there. Potash, I have room to go to 45 on it based on that same principle, so I'm going to sit tight and see if we can't get this one going. And this was the stronger of the two. It showed up on my scans first, so see if we can't get there. Made a little over 300 on Mosaic, nothing to write home about. If I can get up to 45 on this one, that would be a little over 950, so between the two of them it would be over 1,000, which would be a nice way to end the week. And it's only 10:30. I got the rest of the day to trade. Alright, I'll be back. Okay people, quick update. Potash trying to make a run at the high again here. 44.83 currently, 44.90 is the high. I still have that order placed for 45 even to get out of this. I'm going to manually monitor a stop down here at that low 44.65. So if it does come back down there before it gets to 45, I'm going to be out. And in the meantime, Mosaic has recovered. I think I got taken out right pretty close to that low 57.25. That's kind of pissing me off, but what are you going to do? Still hopeful that pot's going to get me to where I want to go here today, and between the two of them it'll be a good morning. So I'll keep you up to date. Okay folks, I'm going to close this out at 44.67 for a $600 profit. And between that one and, I just closed it by the way, between that one and Mosaic we have a total of 905.80 after commissions. So you can see that this tried to get going again here and has come back down. Pretty much matched that low, I guess. It may go up again, but you know what? Between the two I had a grand in the bank, so I figured I'd just take that rather than watch this come all the way back down and take out all those gains that I had made earlier. So with that, I am going to end this video. I hope you learned something from this. I hope you got some entertainment out of it, at least. And again, catch you next time. Thanks for watching.